Rainey! Give it up for Clebo, coming to my stage.
There's a river that flows through this life of mine. Poets, when he words from the scorched earth, feeding small streams across waiting people, their minds thirsty for the righteous. Through the years I've watched over and tended to these humble souls, an imperfect servant at best. Lines of their poetry winding down the shoreline of mighty river crests, their day jobs beating at them with the rotted wood of half-submerged trees. Moths dropping their tortured love life, floating in putrid backwash, the shade of oak and weeping willows beneath their limbs. A baby sinks to the lost darkness of still waters. Sometimes these artists lose faith in their talent. Little streams dry up under the unending heat of a Texas sun. Car payments and rent. Parental expectations, wives and husbands, tired of supporting their worthless words, blowing the dust of a barren land. Cactus and bull nettles, their only reward at the end of a tortured dream. But then comes the rainy season when poems grow with hope and inspiration and love is reborn and the light of sunset is perfect, get the cinema just right as they turn a simile into a holographic yellow rose. Then the river's full of smiles and warm friends on living room couches making their way across America, spreading wisdom and truth. Honey and wine and a bowl of warm rice. That's a nice reward for a poet, don't you know? Sweethearts to rodeo, their heels kicking high on the spoken word stage, glory flowing through their blood. All the passion and emotion of a lifetime of experience dripping down their tear ducts across soft but weathered cheeks down to the river. The river washes across the world, down cruel streets, into the jails and homeless shelters, drenched in shattered masses, too lost to find hope in their own lives, but clinging with hungry hearts to a line of prose, shining with insight and wonder. The river washes across the world. Nothing can withstand this power. Neither buildings crumble, lands change, only God can. Poets, their poems come washing through the valleys in the winding tell of our lives in a flood of expression. Black poets, raging against the injustice of slavery and what it has wrought our civilization. Gay poets who want to be thought of as normal, given the same respect any human being deserves. White poets trying to shed their guilt and make amends for privilege. Female poets who want to be considered equal and safe. And poets who have lost a lover, need to remember them forever, a line of prose that cusses in their being and embeds it with barbed wire and lace. And champion poets who always win and always have that same smug smile on their face that the river can't wash away. And young poets just want to go around shouting, "Fuck!" and get in your face with angry words. And old poets whose time is growing shorter and the light at the end of their days is calling them home with a hickory wind. And the mighty river just keeps on flowing through eternity to the end of time when the world is shattered into a billion cosmic pieces. And even then, tiny crystals will twinkle with a pure, pristine line of prose that will nurture a new and a better world where poets are blessed and those that love them too.
And that was Clebo Rainey. Okay, judges, once again, I count 3, you hold up a score. Real easy. 1, 2, 3.
That poet gets an 8.9, a 9, a 9.5, an 8, and another 8. That's all right now. It's not about the points, it's about the poetry. Give it up one more time for that poet. Keep it going for my next poet in the first round.